The smell of grease clung to Anna's hands no matter how many times she scrubbed. It seeped into her skin, stubborn and unapologetic, just like the life she'd built in the small garage at the edge of town. The clang of tools and the low rumble of engines were her music, a symphony she knew by heart. It was past 6 p.m. when she finally locked up. Her back ached, her hair clung to her forehead, and there was a faint smear of oil on her cheek. But she didn't mind. She'd fixed 3 cars today, 3 problems solved. 3 people back on the road. At home, Jason sat at the kitchen table, his phone glowing in his hand and a half-empty beer beside him. He didn't look up when she walked in. "Hey, Anna," said, forcing a brightness into her voice as she set her bag down and headed to the sink. "Did you pay the internet bill?" he asked flatly, eyes still on his phone. "I transferred it this morning." "Good." He finally looked up, scanning her from head to toe with a faint curl of his lip. "You're late again. A customer came in at closing. Starter was shot." "You spend more time in that dirty garage than you do here," he said, tossing his empty bottle into the trash. "Other wives come home in nice dresses, not smelling like oil." The words stung, but Anna swallowed them. "At least I'm earning." Jason's gaze sharpened. "Is this really what you want? Crawling under cars every day, coming home looking like this?" She met her reflection in the window. Her face was tired, yes, but honest. "It's what I'm good at." "That's not much to be proud of," he muttered. They ate dinner in silence, Jason scrolling on his phone. Anna lost in memories of the little girl her father once taught to change a tire, the customers who trusted her in a male-dominated trade, the quiet pride she took in every job done right. The next morning, it got worse. Jason came into the kitchen, grumbling about the coffee being cold. "You could make it yourself," she said, pouring him a cup. "Why do you always have to argue?" He snapped. "I'm not arguing, I just think." "That's your problem, Anna. You don't think. You do whatever you want and expect everyone else to pick up the slack." Her hand tightened around her chipped mug. "I work, Jason. I pay bills." Don't start with me," he barked, slamming his fist on the table. "I could have done better with my life. I didn't sign up for this." Something inside her shifted. She picked up her bag and walked out without another word. Days blurred into weeks. The arguments, the cold silences, the bitter jabs. Then one night, without warning, Jason was gone. No note, no goodbye. Just gone. 10 years later, the story had flipped. The man who once mocked her for smelling like oil now stood in her office wearing a cheap suit and asking for a job. The company, the building, the fleet of garages in 3 different cities, all hers. Anna leaned back in her leather chair, her hands clean, her nails perfect, her smile sharp. "Oh, Jason," she said softly, "it's been a long time.